Hey folks, happy Tuesday. It's Heidi. I'm back with you to do some 3-card live reads like I do every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I do have to add that we got some thunderstorms rolling in where I am right now. It is hot. It has been so hot. It's cooled off a little bit outside, but inside my house is really hot. So also I only have 52% battery. So hopefully I can go as long as I did last week, but maybe not. So don't be too upset if I jump off at some point. I might lose internet. I might lose phone. Who the heck knows? Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Mercury went direct last Tuesday, which I brought up. And we're still in Mercury's shadow, which means like a lot of the stuff that you dealt with during Mercury retrograde should kind of be moving forward, getting resolved. Still some hiccups, but yeah, I'm not an astrologer. I have what I consider a cursory knowledge of astrology, but yeah, maybe it's more than the average layperson. Like, I don't read horoscopes anymore because they just go for sun sign. And once you know that, yeah, you have a sun sign, you also have a moon sign and a rising sign and a Venus sign and all these other signs that affect your personality and your life. And then the horoscope doesn't really mean shit anymore. So be sure to drink water if you're living in an area that it's hot. Well, drink water anyway. It's good for you. So I hope you folks are all doing well. I am Heidi. It's Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Live reading. I do simple 3-card reads. If you like, share, or donate. To donate, you can go to one of the apps above my head in the banner, or you can go to backporchmagic.com, which I recommend anyway. I am a fan of the podcast. There's also Oracle decks, tarot decks, a lot of other things. I think recently something came out. I wish I could remember what it was, so maybe you should go out and check out the page yourself. It's something, I know there's like reading cloths where you kind of like lay out, and it has like the layout on the cloth. I know they have that, but I feel like there's something else that I feel like such a jerk because I listened to the most recent podcast the other day and now I can't remember what it was. So go and check it out. All right. Anybody want me to read for them? Simple questions only, even general is fine. It's just some of y'all, last week I got a lot of relationship questions, and I don't have a problem doing that. It's just that sometimes, especially if you're having problems or there's something going on, a 3-card reading can sometimes be clear enough. Like I saw that there were a couple in there where it was pretty clear what was going on. It's just the querent had to listen. But others, it seemed like there was a lot more going on. So when there's a lot more going on, 3 cards doesn't necessarily cut it. So either my advice as a human who is nearly 40, just fucking ask, fucking communicate. If the person is not communicating with you, then you have your answer. So cards can only tell you so much, but honest communication. Anyway, kind of quiet this evening. Trying to think if there's anything coming up astrologically besides us getting out of shadow. Nope, that's it. I got my first troll last week. All right. See, that's what happens when you're broke as fuck and use a candlestick to hold your phone recording device. The shit melts and it falls down. All right. Somebody asked me some questions. Anything. I'll just start drawing cards. Like, share, donate, something, so I can read you something. So I'm not just talking to myself on this very hot Tuesday evening. Shucks, thank you. It's just, I'll just lean it up against the thing. Means it shows my whole body, which I am fine with my body. I'm comfortable with my body. It just looks weird when, cell phone cameras. Of course you can, Kelis. I hope I'm saying your name right. You must be, I remember you. You're from Britain. Oh, is it really? It's hot there too. Okay. Yeah, it's hot in places where it's normally not hot. It's pretty wretched. Here I'd say it's like around 30, 35, maybe 36 centigrade. Okay. Oh, shucks. I actually feel really cute in this outfit. I've had this dress a long time. But it just feels weird, like I'm looking down on you. Anyway. All right, 3 cards for Kelis. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm going to go, I think it's the second card is the middle card. So we have the Queen of Wands, and on either side is the 4 of staves or wands and the 7 of swords. Okay, so I'm seeing this as like the Queen of Wands. This is you, either you in general or you right now, where you've been through some shit, but because you've been through some shit, it's like you know who you are, you know what you're capable of, but you also know what the rest of the world is capable of and what the rest of the world has done, but also it's like you still like you probably started off as kind of like a happy-go-lucky child, and then the world got you, but it still doesn't mean like it's got you down. You're still you still shine, but you know things, if that makes sense. Is it a Scorpio card? Not necessarily. The cord cards aren't necessarily associated with different signs. They're more like personalities. So these 2 cards are associated with signs. This is actually associated with Venus and Aries. Yeah, Venus and Aries. But this is known as completion, or the 4 of Wands is kind of like setting the stage kind of card. And then on the other side of the Queen of Wands, we have the 7 of Swords. So it seems like on either side of you, maybe this is a choice or just maybe something that's going on internally. On like one side, you've started something or you've completed something that is kind of allowing you to move on to the next level. But on the other hand, it almost feels like it's taken, whatever this thing is taken a lot out of you. And well, this card is Moon in Aquarius. But I don't think it has to do with the astrological stuff. It feels just more like a mood. Like the 7 of Swords is saying like whatever you just finished or you put a lot of work into has taken a lot out of you, and you're feeling drained and tired and like kind of like, why the hell did I just do this? Like, what's the point? I don't know if I can move forward. Like, I don't know if I can keep going with this. It's or like people are taking energy off of you. So I think that these are just like the 2 internal struggles between who you are. I don't know if this is in general in your life, like a theme throughout your life, or something that's going on specifically right now. But back to that, like, okay, these might be the things that are on your mind, but in the middle, you are a fucking queen, man. Like you will know. Oh, wow. Holy crap. So it is about an Aquarius and an Aries. Wow. That is, whoa. Okay. Holy shit snacks. Crazy. Wow. I didn't think it would be that literally. But at the same time, like being with that other guy for so long, like I hate to say, oh, all that suffering made you a better person. That's not true. It just made you it shaped your personality. We can't deny that. And Yeah, like you are a boss bitch. Like you're queen, man. Just rule. All right. Have we got anything else? Anybody else watching? Anybody else want me to do a read for them? Wow, that was wow. Sometimes, it is hot in here. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like, yeah, everything really, really sucked, but at the same time, you don't want to change anything, you know. I can't believe it either. Like, okay, I'm a tarot card reader. I am a professional because I do get paid. That's the only difference between an amateur and a professional is getting paid, basically. Uh, but yeah, I surprise myself. You see, like people be like, "You're a psychic." I'm like, "No, I'm a tarot card reader." There's a difference. Anyway, shucks. I hope that helped you or helped you gain some clarity. Sometimes there's readings where it's like my sister calls these like when she'll get a fortune cookie, she'll get like one with like a platitude, and she calls that a no fortune. Sometimes these like no prediction tarot card reads or like things that tell you what you already know. It almost like helps make things clear and kind of helps you push through. Okay. Well, I don't get anybody else asking anything, so I'm gonna go for it. Kelis, I'll do a part 2 for you. Maybe that's why there was a foundation. Maybe the cards already knew that I was gonna do a second reading for you. Holy Hannah, it is hot in this room. I had both the back and the front door open to blow air through, but I shut them, and now I'm regretting it. Okay. Well, I'll put that back because I was talking about myself. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, I think this is another I think it could be both a past, present, future, and a like kind of a framing, another framing one. So in the middle we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the first card to come out was the 2 of Swords, and then we have the 6 of Swords. Okay, so this could be the Wheel of Fortune is kind of like the path of our life. It could be the wheel of samsara. It's the what goes around comes around. I think it's kind of like just things come up, things come down. It seems like there's whenever I see this in the middle, I kind of think of it oscillating between the 2 cards on the side. So on one side we have peace, 2 of Swords. This is kind of like momentary clarity, like it doesn't mean permanent peace. It just kind of means like for whatever has been bothering you, like you can hold off on it for now. Like you don't have to make a decision. But then on the other hand, you have the 6 of Swords, which is kind of like an escape card, like a leaving things behind or smooth sailing. So actually, okay, this makes sense now. Okay, so on one hand, you have this like, I have to make a decision, but I don't want to make it right now. And then move it around, and then you make the decision, but it's just kind of like, it's like you get stuck, and then all of a sudden you're able to move through. But as a past, present, future, it seems like maybe in the recent you kind of had a moment of clarity or you realized something. And it's kind of like spun around your worldview, spun around how you see things. And then maybe I actually really get a vacation sense out of this time, like maybe taking some time off and going somewhere special, or just taking a break, taking a vacation. Like you've done everything you can do for now. Like you've come to a point, you can't make any more decisions. Like spin the wheel and go on a vacation. So that's what I got for that. And yeah, thanks. But yeah, it's weird about tarot. I feel like I had to work at it. I mean, once I started focusing on it, I've been reading tarot on and off since I got my first deck for my 21st birthday, and I'll be 40 soon. So if that gives you any indication. But I never was, I kind of like read here and there, and I looked in the little booklet. First time I read for people, I didn't know what I was doing, and I had to look in the booklet. But I, oh my God, oh, holy crap. Wow, that's nuts. Okay, I'm glad. Whoa. Okay, so I think I made a decision. I stayed away from it because I had a partner who wasn't supportive of it. And then I think a family member died and I started being sneaky about tarot. So I did that for about 5 years. And then after my divorce, about a little more than 5 years ago, I joined a tarot group and I just threw half my deck on the floor. And I decided to kind of dedicate myself to reading more. And that's really when I started getting good. I would draw a card every day. I got to know my deck. I got to know the material. So I will. Thank you. But yeah, and then I started reading professionally, I'd say about a year, a little more than a year after that. So even though I've been reading for like 19 years, I wasn't really serious about it until about 5 years ago. And I've been reading professionally for about 4. And you start small. Like I would read for coworkers or coworkers of coworkers, and we'd have dinner, and I'd just do it. And you read for your friends, and then you kind of move up. I read at a festival. It's really good to read for festivals, because you kind of you meet a lot of people, and it's funny because a lot of them will have a flavor. I did a music festival up here where I did it for free for the tickets. I will never, 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 never do something like that again. That was just took a lot out of me. But I got my first troll there. It was someone who didn't take me seriously, and because I was doing this on a volunteer basis, decided to take advantage of me. And I didn't realize it until after he left that he was fucking trolling me. And then I was like, now I know, like, I have to be careful when I do like these kind of things, because I have to be a little more present. Like I have a tendency to think that people are coming with honesty, but not everybody does. So yeah, reading for a festival is good. I read for a Ren Fair. That's how I met Taryn and Kat. We all read at the same Ren Fair. And that was interesting because you kind of get like a lot of different people that wouldn't normally come to get their tarot cards read. And they kind of think, oh, it's fun. Or you get kids. And it's like, yeah, try to frame the devil card for an 11-year-old. Like, yeah, it's a challenge and I love it. Anybody want a reading? Huh. I'm trying to think if there's anything going on that I can just do a general reading. How would I just do a general reading for whoever's watching, Kelis and the other person? Oh, shucks. Yeah, I had one last week, and I kind of was so busy that I just kind of like deleted them. And not that my feelings were hurt, but I was kind of like, oh, that was just, I know I feel gross. And I realized, like, Jesus Christ, I have a full-time job, and I do this for an hour on a Tuesday. And I just thought, like, how bored and miserable did this dude have to be that he had to pop on what I was doing and basically like say nasty things to me and make fun of me? Like, how sad must his life be? So, all right, I'm just going to do a general read for whoever's watching. Maybe I'll be included in that. Let's see what we get. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. All right. So we have the priestess here. And on one side, we have the 10 of discs. And on the other side, we have the Prince of Discs. So if this is read as a past, present, future, then we start out with the 10 of discs, move on to the priestess, and then the Prince of Discs. So it almost seems like this could be for all 3 of us, or I see more people are popping on. Whoever this is for, it might be for all of us. If this is the past, present, future, you've recently got an inheritance or a loan or something, some sort of investment. Maybe you sold a house, like some sort of pile of money, or maybe not even money, maybe you inherited a business, something, a house, something that already has capital in it, already can generate capital, already can support itself, support others. So if you tap into your gifts or your knowledge that you already have, your internal stuff, like things that you've kind of kept secret or things that you've had interest in, or just basically this is like the internalizing and kind of creating an idea, or like some people say that she's a card of pregnancy, not the pregnancy of a baby. This is like the pregnancy of an idea, like something that can manifest, be born, like become its own fully fleshed thing. But then at the end, if this is a past, present, future, it means that there's like this idea can come to fruition, but it will take a while. It will take work, but it is worthy work. And once, this guy, okay, he's looking down at his ox and he's moving very slowly, but behind him are seeds. So you're planting these seeds of whatever it is growing. So this is like, you get an inheritance, you have an idea, work on that idea. That's the advice from this in a past, present, future. I feel like this could also be framed by the priestess, or the priestess could be this card where she's framed on either side by these. So it's like, take the gifts that you already have, that you already know, and work on them. So it's kind of like two different versions of saying the same exact thing with the same 3 cards. All right. Hello, Andrea. Would you like a reading? 3 cards? I'm just going to do it. Figure you're not, you might be on here to watch me, but I doubt that highly. I mean, who wants to watch a middle-aged American lady? Well, I'm not middle-aged yet. Well, I guess I am technically. All righty, Andrea. Let's see, 3 cards for Andrea. No, 4 came out. Well, all right. I will do that. Oh, this is actually very nice. Okay, so we have the 10 of Cups here. And then we have the 6 of Discs. I'm going to turn 40 in September. So, and then we have the Priestess with the Princess of Cups. Oh, Kelis, I don't have a problem with it. My sister's actually having a really hard time. She's younger, that I'm turning 40. I'm like, look, it's life. I wouldn't take back any of those years. So it's just kind of like, it's a milestone. All right. So, okay, back to Andrea. So we start out with this 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is like, you have a great community. You have family. You have love. Like, it's a point of complete satisfaction, emotional satisfaction with where you are right now. Like, you have people who care for you, people you care about, and people who care about you. Okay. So the 6 of Discs, this is like a card of success, usually material areas of life. So this is like, if you've been looking for a job, you get that job that you wanted, you get a little raise, you get a little bump. Well, it doesn't have to be your family necessarily. It can be just like your friend group. It could be your partner. If you have children, it could be them. Like, this is not necessarily your blood family, your family of origin, as they say in like therapy. This could be just like, you're content with the people you have decided to surround yourself with. Okay, but I feel I'm going to draw another card because it's a slow night. All right. Oh, okay. I think this might be a little bit more in depth. Okay, so the success thing, I asked about that because I kind of was confused by that card. I didn't get a lot off of it. So we have the Prince of Swords, which is telling me, like, if there's people in this happy group that, and it could be family members, if there's people around that are not good to you, are not sad, it's perfectly fine to cut them off, because like this 6 will turn into a 10. Like, you'll be able to, whatever money or goods or energy or time or talents that these people are wasting, if you cut them off, it'll increase. Like your energy, your ability to share, your ability to take care of yourself and take care of others. Okay. Oh, and it's funny that you brought this up because we have these two cards, the Priestess and the Princess of Cups. Okay, since they came out together, that's why I was like, okay, 4 cards came. You know, cards kept wanting to come out with you, and so that kind of was like, all right, I only do 3 cards. So this is saying work on that. The princess, like the priestess, that is the classic like psychic witch, woman of other. This is not the mom that stays at home and bakes cookies. Though the mom that stays at home and bakes cookies can be a priestess, like because she can know things. Like the priestess knows things, and she works with the moon, and she works with her internal knowledge and energy. But since this card, the Princess of Cups, came out with it, it's almost like baby priestess in a little way. Like but it's saying like go ahead and try out your whatever it is you want to work on, whatever gifts it is, whether it's reading, whether it's writing, whatever it is that you're working on. But this I feel like is strongly because this what you just said with the priestess. Start to try it out, like, but don't judge yourself too hardly. Like kind of go out into the world like you did, how you felt as a girl, like how you felt as a young person, like offer it carefully, like just kind of dance with it. Like don't take yourself too seriously, but also don't be so hard on yourself. Just try it. Like start to work on this, start to encourage it. Like that's how you kind of build this, is you keep trying, and you ask questions too. You talk to people. Like if you get a sense, you can always ask somebody a question or try to get more information to confirm. Like be wary of confirmation bias, but sometimes like if you have a spidey sense, like explore that spidey sense, because there might be something going on there, and that's how you learn to know what your spidey sense is. Okay, and it looks like somebody is trying to, all right, looks like a friend of mine is trying to watch, but he can't. Oh well. Poor Jeff. Alrighty. Anybody else? Nobody? Anybody? Oh, 30 was the shedding of fucks for me. Okay. Bev, hello. Of course I can do you. I'm not quite ready to jump off yet, though I've lost 20% of battery. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Bev. I should really call you. We might get a little rain, and I have all the windows open. All right. You know, it's funny. I feel like this card came out for you before. Oh, shucks. Thank you, Kelis. Okay, so Bev, I think we got this card for you last week. Bev is my cousin, so sometimes that's why I might remember a little bit. This is, I almost said alchemy, but it is that in some decks. This is called the art card in my deck, or temperance. Actually, these are all major arcana cards, so it seems like there's a lot going on right now. And then we are followed up by justice and the moon. So earthy, boots on the ground kind of thing. Okay, it seems like you're kind of like trying to come to terms with like the two things, like two ideas you want to do, or work out what's best, or just trying to find balance again after whatever. So on one hand, you're trying to make things work, and also I was wondering if this was like bartending school or something like mixing stuff, but at the same time like feeling like am I doing the wrong things? Like, is this really the right path for me? No, I've never been here before. This is scary. Okay, so that's what's kind of like framing you right now. Okay, you're afraid of fucking up, of losing things, of being... This isn't poverty. This isn't losing material goods. This is more like putting yourself down a path, afraid of putting yourself down a path where you'll lose like emotional satisfaction. Okay, I'll draw one more and then I'll pop on for Des, and then I'm going to have to get off pretty soon because the rain is coming down. All right, stop beating yourself up so much. Stop. Like, it's not a useless venture. Stop telling yourself it's bad. I wouldn't normally do this with people I read on my live, but I'll call you later, okay? All right. Hey, Des. Actually, if y'all could wait just a moment so I can close some of my windows. Whoa, I am back. Sorry about that. Whew. Okay, who did I miss? All right, Des, yes. Okay, and then I'll get to Ruth and Janice. Okay. Hi, Des. Actually, I should close these windows too. In case you were wondering, yes, I'm a real human and I live in a real house. Har har. Okay. Ooh, okay. So we have the two of... I closed that window just in time. Whew. Two of Swords, the Star, and the Hanged Man. Okay, so it's kind of a quiet time. Like, I think, no, I feel like there's like a decision that needs to be made, or just like, it just feels like, okay, things are quiet. They don't feel completely stable, but they're quiet enough. And then there's just this, it's weird, this hope for the future. But on the other hand, feeling stuck. But it's not stuck. It's actually like whatever is going on right now, where you're kind of like looking forward and feeling hopeful to the future, whatever's going on right now is leading to the next thing. And it's going to feel uncomfortable because it's almost like when when babies are born, they kind of like hang upside down, like going through the birth canal is uncomfortable, but it's on to the next stage of life. So whatever this uncomfortable period is, it's like hold on to that hope because it's just leading to the next phase. I feel like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but yeah. Whoa, 2X's reached out to you recently. Well, we just did come out of Mercury retrograde, so we're in the shadow period, so yeah, shit like that's gonna happen. All right, I'll draw the middle card for you, and then one for each of the X's. Don't tell me which X is which. I mean, not that it matters, but X1 and X2. Okay. So this card is for you. I'm putting it in the middle. And then this is for X1. Oh, 2 came out. And X2. Okay. So your card is the 10 of Cups. Interesting, because that means that you're happy. Not only are you happy where you're at, I think whatever happiness you have or they've seen, whether it be online or in real life, has kind of caught their attention. Like they see you're happy and they want in on that. Okay, so X1. Ooh, okay. Ooh. All right, X1 seems like he was Prince Charming, but a little bitch at the same time. It just seems like, I don't know, it sounds like he's either a package deal, like maybe he has a kid, or there's like an ex, or that's not really an ex, you know, one of those situations, like, or maybe you just want him to, like, I don't know, the princess is, this is the knight or king, or pardon me, knight, king, or cups, and then the princess of swords, which is kind of like the, like, in your face fighting card. So maybe like he's Prince Charming on one hand, but then like you're always fighting with him at the other hand, like he's always niggling, or it could be a child of his, like he's Prince Charming, but there's this kid or this ex or something. It just seems like there's like a kind of, and then the other guy just, you almost seem like, it seems like he'd be a drain on resources, or that's the concern, you know, that he would be a drain on resources if, or he is, and he's looking to you for stability. So that's what I got for your exes. So, oh wow, I got that right. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Ruth. Thank you for this. I bought this dress like 10 years ago. It's crazy when I think about it. All right, Janice. Okay, I'm back. Oh my God, sorry. Oh, it's him. He has no children. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I popped. Good night, Kelis. It was good to see you. Ruth. Okay. Yeah. Yep. By exes. Yeah, exes are usually exes for a reason, unless there are some cases where going back to an ex might not be a bad idea. But most of the time it is. All right, Janice. Sorry, I like bumped something and I popped out of the studio for a moment. So glad I got back in there. Okay, Janice, I think you're going to be my last read for the night because I closed the windows and I'm hot. I'll put that back because I'm talking about myself. All right. 3 cards for Janice. Every tarot card reader has their own method. Whew. Okay, sorry, I was just thinking. I'll just tell you what the cards are right now. So we have the 9 of discs, the 5 of swords, and the adjustment or justice. Okay, so I'm seeing this as like this defeat card is being framed by this 9 of cups, which is like the content, happy home, like mommy and baby, mommy or daddy, mommy and the baby make 3 kind of content little, I mean, it might not even be that. It's just basically at the core of it, the 9 of discs is about the perfect little place for you, like the perfect place that we want to achieve. Like this is a kind of haven that we want to achieve when we go out on our own or when we get out of a relationship. Like the 9 of discs is where we want to be. But even if you have a family, like the 9 of discs is a good place to be. It's not huge or expansive, but it's perfect for the situation. On the other hand, we have justice. And I see this as kind of like actual justice or something involving like the Justice Department or courts. Like I actually see like legality in this card. And in the middle, we have the defeat card or the 5 of swords, which is like a battle lost on A lot of times these cards have to do with thoughts, but it could actually be like a battle lost. I'm going to draw another card to see, just to clarify, to see if this isn't, a lot of times the swords are just psychological. They're not real, but sometimes they are actually real, like real life situations. So I'm going to just draw a card to see, and the card will tell me like if this is a psychological thing, what you can do to shift it, or what kind of perspective you can look at. But if it's a real situation, it'll say like what you can do now. I'll do a little shuffle. Ooh, it is getting stuffy in here. Okay. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man. And in this case, the Hanged Man, I see it as a stuck. Like this is a stuck situation. Hanging upside down, not being able to move. I'm going to draw one more card because this is like, whoa, I don't know what this is. Okay, I can't tell you what exact situation this is because I don't live your life. I can only tell you what I see in the cards. So whatever this is a real situation. It's something that is going to be lost, and I don't think there's too much you can do about it. Basically, whatever it is going to suck. Not horribly so. It's just things are lost. We can't get them back, but not everything is lost. That's in the case of this card, the Five of Cups, is that the guy in the traditional tarot cards, the guy is looking at his 3 spilled cups, but not at the 2 behind him that are still standing. So this is kind of like a reminder, like, this is no good, but it's not the end of the world. I feel like I need to draw one more just in general for this because I'm like, wow, whatever the situation is. It might not even be something that has happened yet. It might be something that's coming. I got no good use for you. This is the 5 of discs. Like, just prepare yourself for if you have no idea what I'm talking about, like prepare yourself, make sure you got money in the bank, like make sure that you got places to go. Like this is the card of like financial worry and poverty. So whatever the situation is, it just seems like a lot is going on. And there's a danger, not a danger, but it seems like the situation could yeah, I don't either, but like a lot of times when I read these things, I just read what I see. I don't know what's happening because it's not my life. Like I can only just tell you what I see in the cards. In fact, you know what? I do one more 3-card read because you're my last read of the night, and I don't think I have nobody else is commenting. So what the heck? What's a few more minutes? And then I'll drop off because it is warm in here. All right, 3 more cards for Janice so we can kind of wrap up this situation or clarify it. I'll draw the cards first and then say, like, that's the worst when you're just like, da 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 da. I'm going to draw some cards and it's all like Tower, Death, Doom. And you're like, dude, I'm just like chilling here. Like, what the hell, man? Okay. So this is a little better. So we have the 10 of discs, the 3 of wands, and the 8 of swords. Okay, so the 10 of discs is saying to me that, like, no matter what happens, like you're going to be okay because you're a talented human being. And if it's not because the talents or gifts that you have, like you have access to resources, whether it's through family or close friends or community, like you will be safe and protected, at least in a material sense. I kind of got a couple of things from this card. This is 3 of wands. my first impressions is that you're a virtuous person. I think that's a kind of a terrible thing to say. Not terrible. Not virtuous, but like you have qualities about you that make you a good person, and also you'll be able to handle whatever the situation is. But also, it hasn't come to pass yet. This is the waiting for the ships to come in card. But I felt that was like at a lesser extent that I got that feeling. More of it was just that you have a light that shines within you, a brightness, and you can get through this. Like, you are going to be okay. Like, you will still be you. And with the 8 of Swords is more like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it also means like there's probably a sense where you're afraid to move forward or move back. Like, you're afraid to move. Like, this is a sense of like, I'll get hurt if I move, but if I stay here, I'll also get hurt. I'm going to draw a card about that to see if I can get clarity. Okay, so this is centered around energy. So maybe you'll just feel too overburdened, too tired, too stressed out to be able to make a decision and move forward or move backward. Like, it'll just be like you'll be too tired. And this requires another card draw. It's not saying to me, like, sometimes the 8 of Swords comes up when I can't read anymore, but I don't think this is the case. Okay, so I think it'll be a very busy, chaotic time, but also a time of a lot of possibility. Like, you may think, you may be tired. Oh, sorry. You may be tired and you think you can't move, but in reality, there is a myriad of possibilities and choices, and you could just pick them. Jobs, relationships, I'm so confused. I'm confused too. All right, let me see. Like, maybe this card will confound it. And then I really have to go. I am like sweating, and it is not pretty. Okay. Give me some clarity as to what situation this is in Janice's life. Hermit, really? Hermit and Priestess? These are major arcana, so it's a big part of your life. But Hermit and Priestess, they're both kind of school cards. If you're not in school, though, it's anyone or anything where you're learning a lot. Where someone is showing you the ropes or teaching you things that are maybe not necessarily known by the wider world. It could be, like, my first thought is college. But if you're not in school, then it's definitely someone who's teaching you things. Like, I don't know if you have an apprenticeship or if there's some spiritual practice or religion that you're involved in. It could be one of those too. But these are definitely like cards of teachers and learning. So you don't even go over the speed limit. Well, it might not be you necessarily. It might be someone very close to you. It might be something else. I mean, I don't know. This is a rabbit hole. Like, sometimes things, yeah. Might be someone close to you that you have to watch, or a court case, I always thought, oh, what does that say? Princess of Cups. Maybe don't stress out about it so much. You're a sweet person. You're a good person. Like, you be you. This might be something that goes on in the periphery, but I don't know. That's a crazy one. I don't like going down rabbit holes like that. So, all right, folks. I got 18% battery. I know that's not that low, but it's like 95 degrees Fahrenheit, probably like 30 Celsius, 35. I think 35 is 90. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's really hot in here, and I'm going to tie it up for the night. I will see you all next Tuesday. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel. Maybe I'll go goth next week. I doubt it because I get done work and, Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sorry that, like, I don't know what that's about, but just know forewarned is forearmed. Be careful. You'll know what to do when you get there. All right, folks, it's been great reading for you. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you next week. Drink water with lemon. It's nice.